Continuing on with the spelling rules, I want to show you a rule that is a very common rule and is often misunderstood. Now, this rule is a rule that's called dropping. Notice I've doubled my P's there for a reason. Dropping the magic E. Now, what do I mean by dropping the magic E? All right, words end in a silent E, such as this word, not a nice word, hate. Now, this E does not make the word hatty. What this E does is it can jump over one consonant and make a vowel change its sound. Now, let me explain this. First of all, our alphabet has lots of letters, B, C, D, F, G, and I can write them as uppercase or I can write them as lowercase. Now, these letters are all grouped together as consonants. So consonants are important because they build words. But there's another group of letters, as we've learnt, and these are A, E, I, O, U, but they can also be A, E, I, O, A. Now it's important we understand these are long vowel sounds and short vowel sounds. So we've got consonants and vowels. Now every word has to have a vowel sound. Doesn't have to be a vowel, but it has to be a vowel sound. For instance, fly and my doesn't have a vowel, but this letter sounds like the uppercase I, a long vowel sound. Now this is really important. Now, why do we call these vowels? Well, the reason these are vowels and not consonants is because our mouth can make this sound without changing its shape. So if I was a ventriloquist and I was wanting to say a word without moving my mouth, I would utter the letters A, E, I, O, U, or A, E, I, O, A. And that makes my ventriloquist, or being able to make sounds without any lip or shape of the mouth movement. Now that's vowels. All right, so now we understand there are consonants and vowels. Vowels are in every word or the vowel sound. The next thing is we have a word here called hat. At is a short vowel sound. But if I put an E or an E on the end of it as a magic E, it takes this A and makes it say A, which is this terrible word, hate. Now, hate is not a good word. So the first thing we understand is the magic E can jump one consonant and change my vowel to be a long vowel sound. Why is that important? Well, we've got some words then that when we write them, such as skip, and I want to make it with a suffix to show action, I want to say I am currently skipping. Notice I need a double P. This is because my consonant here is protected with a double, because it's not just the E, any vowel can make this a long vowel sound by jumping over one. Here, the I jumps over one, hits a P, and it can't make the it into an I sound. that's important because if I was to spell it, this word would actually be Skyping. Well, not a real word, but you can see how it changes the vowel sound. So when I'm starting to look at these words, I can have hate, and if I put hating, the vowel of I on the suffix can make this into a longer vowel sound, hating. So this is really interesting because if I have a word such as I like to dine, you can see my magic E is making the I into a long vowel sound. And a lot of people make this mistake, but if I went out to dinner, I would need to double my consonant. So my magic E, or the vowel in the suffix, cannot get onto the I to make it a long vowel sound. Because many people misspell that word as dinner. And this word is not it because my magic E vowel can jump over. This word is actually diner. I can go to a diner to eat out. Now, this is all a little confusing, so let's take it right back to the basics. If I have a word such as bait and I want to add an FUL, I just add the suffix because the consonant makes no difference. If I have a word excite and I want to make it exciting, this magic E gets dropped off because the suffix has a vowel to jump over and make that into a long vowel sound. For instance, exciting. If, however, I've got excite and I'm adding the suffix ment, I need to keep my magic E. So this is still an I sound. Excitement. So the magic E is a really important part of making our words have more meanings, more words, because we just changed the lowercase e to an uppercase E. So let me explain in a rule. The rule is this. Part 1. If a word ends in a silent, or we'll call it magic, E, we drop the E when we're adding a suffix that starts with a vowel. A suffix, we remember, is the ending, and adding a suffix starting with a vowel, such as hate. We're adding ing, so we drop the E. But 2, we do not drop the E if the suffix, the ending of the word, starts with a consonant, such as hate plus full equals hateful. So this is important because it may not be hateful. It could be care plus full. Careful. But it could be separate plus ly equals separately. This is the rule. Will it always work? It will in regard to this magic E, which, remember, changes a short vowel into a long vowel. And that's how we make our spelling words better.